today's video is a one brand tutorial using NYX Cosmetics. That basically means that I did a full face of makeup on camera for you guys using only NYX products. Now I'm super excited about this video because I love NYX. They have such great affordable products and you can find them in so many drugstores. The only thing that I didn't use that was NYX was mascara, but I did that off camera. I realized during the video that I didn't have a NYX mascara, but everything else you see here is NYX, baby. So let's get into the video. Let's get started. So as you can see, we have one eye partially done. This is the look we're going for. We're using the NYX Lid Lingerie palette to do so. We're also dipping into another highlighter palette just for some shimmer tones because these are all matte. So we kind of got a purple eye going on right now. Let's get started. Alright, so I've already put down my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer as a primer. Now I'm going to set that with one of these shades in the palette, and that is this one right up here. I don't think they have names on here. The shades don't have any names on here, so I'm just going to point to them like I normally do. So I'm just going to take that shade and set our base. So the first shade I want to go into is this shade right here. It's a very pretty light orangey shade. That's going to be our crease shade. I'm raising my eyebrows to get enough lid space to work with these shadows because I have hooded eyes. So if not, then it's like this and it basically hides my crease. So windshield wiper motions, also swirling the brush around and taking it back and forth to really blow out the shade. Now I want to go in with this shade. It's kind of a light, kind of lilac-y purple. That's also going to go in the crease, but it's going to go lower than the first shade we put down. Keeping this lower and right in that crease. Moving the brush in pretty much the exact same way, but I'm not exactly swirling it. I'm just windshield wiper motions, going back and forth. And when we get to the outer edge, I'm going to take my brush on its side and kind of flick it out. So next I want to take this deep plum shade right over here in the bottom corner. We're going to concentrate that shade on the outer edge of her eye, just like we have over here on this partially done eye. So we're just going to stamp this shade right on the outer eyelid, kind of feather it over to the middle, take it up in the crease just slightly. Now we're using very light pressure and going back and forth. We're going to go back into the orangey shade just to kind of re-up that color so it doesn't get lost. I want to clean up the inner part of my eye with some concealer. I'm going to take my Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and we're just going to lay some concealer down, and then look up, and then wherever you see your concealer, that's where you want to start carving out your crease. Especially if you have hooded eyes, because if not, your makeup's just going to transfer up there. Okay, once you get to where the shadows meet, you can just go ahead and feather that. So since this palette doesn't have any shimmer shades, I'm going to go into the Strobe of Genius Highlighter palette. Looks like this. It is beautiful. This is what we're going to use for our highlight as well. I'm going to take this shade and it's going all over where we put that concealer. And we're just going to pat that shade down. No fix plus. Again, I'm just feathering this over here to meet with that plum shade. Now what I want to do is go back into the light purple shade. I'm just going to go over the edges of this shimmer shade we put down, just to soften and kind of blur them just slightly. Now we want to go back into that deep plum. I'm just going to intensify that and blend it with that shimmer shade we put down. So right now I'm just patting it down and I'm feathering it towards the shimmer shade. Let's go back into that shimmer shade. So let's move on to the face for now. I'm going to start off with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I love this stuff. It's one of my favorite drugstore primers. It just feels so smooth, not silicone-y at all, just very comfortable on the skin. This really creates such a great base for your makeup to lie on top of. For foundation, we're going to go with the NYX Total Control. Now this is a very liquidy foundation. You definitely want to shake it up before using. It does come in a dropper, so we're just gonna take my Maybelline. This foundation is more light to medium coverage, but you can definitely layer this, especially because it has such a thick consistency. It layers very well in my opinion, so you can definitely build up the coverage. Just wanted to switch to a brush to get a more full coverage look. Want to make sure we take this down our neck, especially since this foundation is a little more yellow than I would like it to be. For concealer, we're going to go in with the NYX HD Concealer, and this is in the shade CW04. And we're just going to make the classic triangle under the eyes. This concealer has great coverage and blends out super easy. So we want to set that concealer. I'm going to take the NYX HD Finishing Powder. This is the Banana shade. So we're just going to set all the areas that we applied concealer, starting with right under the eyes. I absolutely love this powder. It is so finely milled. It just almost blurs. So I want to set my entire face because this foundation is a little tacky. So I'm going in with the NYX No Filter powder. This is a really, really nice powder. It reminds me a lot of MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It's kind of got that same mineralized look and finish. It doesn't really give you a lot of extra coverage, but just some. But it's just really nice for setting. Before we move on to the rest of the face, I want to go ahead and finish up the eyes. First thing I want to do is highlight the brow bone, and I'm going to mix this cream shade here and this shade that we used on the inner half of our eye from this palette. So for the lower lash line, we're just going to pretty much mimic what we did on the top part of the eye. I think I'm just going to go backwards though and take the deep plum shade. I'm just going to line this on the outer part of the eye. Now let's take that orangey shade, take it across the entire bottom lower lash line. Now for the light purple shade, so it's going to tie everything together. Just sweep that across the entire lash line. Okay, so I just noticed that I don't have a NYX mascara, which is weird. Alright, so I'm just going to pop off camera and do my mascara and I'll be right back. We never did the inner corner highlight, so I want to take this shade right up here. It's a light pinky shade from the Strobe of Genius palette. And I'm going to apply that to the inner corners. To contour my face, I'm going to take my NYX contour palette. It is super beat up. It's been well loved. I even went completely pan on this yellow shade right here. But we are going to take this shade right over here. I'm gonna mix the two for under the jaw and the nose. I'm just gonna kind of add a little something something over here. Let's go on to some blush, and we're going to take the NYX Cheek palette. Oh, I love this palette. Look at all these shades. I will say go in with a light hand because they're super pigmented, so you just kind of want to be really soft. I'm going to mix these two shades right here. This is a nice kind of lilac-y purple, and this is definitely more muted, kind of neutral, everyday shade. I'm going to mix them together so the purple one is not too overpowering. And I'm just going to lightly dust this on the cheeks. Tap my brush. So now for my favorite part, it is time to highlight, and we're going back into the Strobe of Genius palette. I want to go into this really pretty, very light, lilac-y purple. It's almost kind of bluish, multi-dimensional, I don't even know. I also really like the formula of these. They're not too powdery. And they are pigmented. Woo! Woo! NYX is not playing around. Because the shade is so intense and purple, I'm going to take this pinky shade and kind of mix them together. Alright, so let's move on to lips. I'm going to take the NYX lip liner in Nude Pink, and I'm going to fill in the entire lips. Over top of that, we're going to take the NYX Butter Lip Gloss in Creme Brulee. I love the butter lip glosses. They are so comfortable to wear. They're not sticky, and they're actually quite pigmented for lip gloss. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one brand tutorial featuring NYX Cosmetics. I love them. I would recommend any one of these products I used today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll put the icon right up here. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!